Austria, das ist zum Jägermeister. Heute spielen wir ein neues Spiel, was jetzt im Januar, wenn man den Store Plus hat, gratis bekommt, was normal in Store nämlich 50 € kostet. Kann man jetzt gratis holen, nur für dieses Monat. Und mal schauen, wir werden da ein neues Spiel machen. Ich hab schon ein bisschen rein. Da werden wir jetzt alles verlieren. Nehmen wir einfach das. Das Spiel nennt sich Fall und kann ich euch nur sagen, erstens, die Grafik schaut mega aus. Ihr werdet euch wundern, wie geil das Spiel ist. Das ist so ähnlich wie ein Rollenspiel. Da muss man auch Missionen machen. Man kann das aussehen. Also es fängt an.
Could you stand a little taller, just a
Es
tad?
handelt nämlich
Like this.
in
Yes, yes.
Spanien, wo die
The
Pest
chin a tiny bit
herrscht.
lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There. Now, hold the pose.
Hier kann man entweder eine Frau oder Mann spielen. Gesicht hier. Nehmen wir einen Spanier. Die Frisuren. Es dauert immer ein bisschen lange, bis man sich die nämlich auswählt, die richtige Frisur. Man spielt nämlich einen Adligen, diesen Spiel. Es gibt 3 verschiedene Klassen zum Spielen, einen Kämpfer, einen Schützen und einen Magier. Gesichtsbräunung. Den Bart. Welcher niemand da? Vollbart. Dass man ungefähr ausschauen wie ein Muskeltier. Die Haare vorne nicht. Die Augenbrauenform. Augenfarbe. Haarfarbe schwarz. Kann den messen lassen. Streckige Augen, ja, lassen wir den. Da sind die 3 Klassen. Ich bin mehr für kriegerisch mit Schwert oder mit Axt. Nehmen wir den. Da ist jetzt da müssen wir jetzt Dings vergeben. Beweglichkeit, Kraft, Genauigkeit, Ausdauer. Schloss knacken. Jo. Hat nur 2 Punkte einmal. Okay. Jetzt tun wir
Just a
mal.
few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars
Da
to
müssen
attics.
wir
Your
nämlich
uncle is
genau
beside himself.
He
aufpassen,
was of a mind
was
to paint
man
the town
sagt,
last
weil
night.
das
Don't
wirkt
worry, I shall
sich
track
beim
them down.
Spiel
Make care to your
nämlich
own
voll
preparations
aus.
without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Ptolemy and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish it.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Da hat man nämlich die Waffen. Was man anhat. Man hat 2 Waffen, einmal jetzt einen Degen und auch einen Hammer und eine Schusswaffe. Das ist die Inventartasche, was man zurzeit hat. Das ist nämlich die ganze Karte. Ihr seht, die ist mega groß. So sieht die ganze Karte natürlich aus. Das ist die Stadt, wo wir zurzeit sind. Später werden wir diese riesengroße Insel erkunden. Hier müssen wir halt ziemlich Missionen noch machen. Die Stadt ist ziemlich groß. Ihr seht, schon, man kann mit jedem reden.
Sire, I'm
Ja,
sorry.
soll
I'm afraid that I
neu
won't make for good
was.
company.
Ja, das ist das Schloss einmal. Jetzt müssen wir hier da runtergehen. Den Hof, wo die... Jetzt werden wir die Steuerung einmal lernen.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come.
Das
My
wird
royal
ein
fledglings are
Leibwächter
leaving the nest.
nachher.
Accompanied by their most loyal
Den
and
kannst du
tenacious
auch
master
nämlich
of
anders
arms.
nachher
As loyal as
anziehen.
your goal.
Oh, enough with
Auch
the cold
Waffen.
mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Taktische Pause, okay. Zuweisen. Nehmen wir das.
What a green blood. In that case, Otto here is going to be fight with...
Schusswaffen zuwenden. Was haben wir noch?
Come on, you chicken! Come and fight!
If you dare! Come on, if you dare!
Come on, you chicken! Come and fight! Come on, you chicken! Come and fight! Come on, you chicken! Come and fight!
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does, and I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Cossillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
Ja, wie
It is
ich
never
schon
easy to say
gesagt habe,
But you should be
jetzt
going
im
to see her now.
Januar, wenn man
She must be waiting for you.
Star
I'll
Plus
meet you in front of the
hat, kann
palace.
man das jetzt
Then we'll go and find
gratis
Constantine
bekommen.
Very well.
Und
I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
das nachher im Februar muss man halt den vollen Preis zahlen. Und die 50 Euro. Warte, wo müssen wir eigentlich hin? Da ist der Palast, da müssen wir da wieder rumgehen. Okay. Ah, da müssen wir rein.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your
Es war
position.
damals ziemlich arg wie die Pest,
Come now,
nämlich
let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so
in
very happy to hear your
Europa
voice.
gewütet hat. Es hat etliche
You remind me
Millionen
so
von
much of your
Toten
father.
gegeben, diese
I do miss
Krankheit.
him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to
Man
return in
kann
time to...
etliche Kisten plündern, da
brings
gibt
me
es
comfort
wichtige
to know my
Ressourcen,
son has
was
left on a
man für
mission.
die Waffen
to heal his
aufwerten kann
people.
und für die Gewände
Come
aufwerten
now.
kann.
It is time for you to take leave. Here,
Und
take this with you.
What
man
is
hat
it?
ziemlich viele Waffen zur Auswahl,
A
kann ich
family
euch nur
heirloom.
sagen.
Something that... Take it and keep it
Von
with you.
Einhandwaffen bis zu
May it bring you good luck.
Zweihandwaffen. Gewehren
All
und
my blessings go with you,
Pistolen,
my
aber
child.
da muss man nachher
Now, be off.
die richtige Levelstufe haben und etc. Jetzt gehen wir halt durch die tun wir die Stadt erkunden. Kann erinnern.
Kurt? It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look,
I hope this island will keep its promises.
in order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all
Da
I
hat
could
man
to
jetzt
persuade him.
den gewandt an,
Nothing came of it.
dass
All
uns
the
die
parliaments
Leute
and
nicht
fatigues and
erkennen, dass mein
But
Lord
this is your
ist.
domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Da hat
Of
man
course.
jetzt
Where is the
eine
supplier?
In the lower boroughs,
einfache
near the port.
Right then. We'll put it
Diener
on our list of
gewandt
visits.
an. Ja, da kann man den nämlich... Nehmen wir gleich auf.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here.
Der geht
We
halt
could go
mit
there
als
first.
Very
Leibwächter,
well.
weil in die
Do you
Gassen
think
gibt's
Constantine will be waiting for us next
ziemlich
week?
I don't
viele...
know, but it's certainly worthy of inspection.
Wo sich das abspielt, in welcher Stadt. Ihr seht's, kann London sein oder etc. Schaut auch so aus wie London.
To my help! And death to the others!
Da haben wir die ersten Gegner. Die kann man auch brav plündern. Da haben wir gleich einen Handschuh. Nehmen wir gleich, schauen wir gleich, was die Werte sind. Weil man kann von den Gegnern, was man erschlagen hat, nämlich auch innere Sachen. Waren das nur zwei, oder täusche ich mich? Ja, Handschuhe, die haben wir an. Ja, die hat, sind ein bisschen besser, dann ziehen wir gleich die an. Ah, da liegt der nächste. Ein Kurzschwert. Mal speichern. Tun wir da überschreiben. Mal schauen wir sich gleich an, welche Waffe das ist. Wo braucht man eine Beweglichkeit? Dass wir die Waffe haben. Kann man dabei noch nicht nutzen. Da sehen wir, was die wert ist. Das sind die ersten Kisten, was wir plündern können. Etliche Sachen kann man sich selber auch herstellen. Bei einem Schmied. Oder die Sachen auch verkaufen. Es ist wichtig, dass man die Gassen und die Häuser, wo man reingehen kann, auch voll nutzt. Da ist auch was zum Holen. Schaut ziemlich arg aus, die Stadt. Nebel. Immer alles durchschauen.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why?
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all, we were always together.
And I valued your friendship. But I thought you were referring to another kind of company. And to be honest, you and Constantine aren't exactly my type. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Da kann man jetzt schauen, zum Beispiel, was der nämlich hat. Der hat nämlich zwei Handschwert, einen Flegel. Immer gehen gleich. Uniform lass mich. Super, der bekommt gleich. eigentlich eine andere. Schaut schon, da haben wir doch schon ein Teil gewandt. Das sind die gewesen, wo wir überall hin müssen. Was wir nämlich schon abgehackt haben, sind die abgeschlossenen und später bekommen wir halt noch andere Begleiter noch dazu. Ja, und wir sind halt noch ziemlich niedrig mit der dahin, schauen wir, wo der ist, derjenige, da ist, da unten. Müssen wir da runtergehen? Ja. Am Anfang tut man sich halt nämlich ziemlich schwer. War ziemlich viele Missionen zu machen, bis man die Insel, die Stadt verlassen kann. Es ist ein ziemlich gutes Spiel, will ich euch noch sagen. Überhaupt, wenn es gratis ist, kann ich nur empfehlen, ladet euch das Spiel herunter und weil 50 Euro da sparen ist schon ein großes Geschenk, was uns da Store Plus uns beschert. Später kann man sich das kaufen oder was. Aber jetzt hätte ich einmal das gratis holen. Noch in diesem Jänner gibt es das gratis, weil wenn man Plus-Mitglied ist, hat man gewisse jedes Monat 1 oder 2 Spiele, was man gratis herunterladen kann, wo man nichts mehr zahlen braucht. Das sind schon ein bisschen ältere Spiele, nicht neue Spiele. Und ich komme gleich, es hat draußen kurz geläutet. schon wieder da. Es war der Nachbar mit seiner Tochter. Ich habe nämlich auch eine Halle, wo ich einen Schießstand habe, wo Bogenschützen, die dann haben ich jetzt ihnen den Schlüssel gegeben, dass die dort schießen können. Weil deren Tochter, die ist 14 Jahre und ist eine gute Bogenschützin. Die baue ich nämlich auf. Und die lasse ich halt auch bei mir trainieren und so. Dass die nicht Angst zu einem Schießstand halt. So. Erstens kostet das ziemlich viel Geld. Und zweitens auch nichts schon sowas haben. Warum sollte ich nicht die Nachbarn auch trainieren lassen bei mir? Weil wenn ich etwas von den Nachbarn brauche, natürlich.
To my help! And death to the others!
Ja, haben wir wieder ein paar Banditen ausgeraubt, haben wir wieder etliches bekommen. Ihr seht, das Spiel ist schon ziemlich nice. Ah, da ist auch was zum Plündern. Ah, da liegt die nächste Leiche. Ah, nehmen wir auch gleich alles. Dann schauen wir, was wir gleich wieder bekommen haben. Legende weg. Schauen wir. Den hatten wir am Anfang. Neue Rüstung. Eine neue Waffe bekommen. Einen Flegel. Was hat der? Diese Werte. Den nehmen wir gleich. Nehmen wir die. Die lasse ich halt bei mir nämlich trainieren. man auch nicht eine höhere Stufe hat, ist das immer ja, die Hinterhöfe sind ein bisschen gefährlich. Überhaupt wenn eine solche ansteckende Krankheit ist. Ist auch wieder was zu. Das kann man gleich sogleich setzen auf Mikron. Da werden die Leichen verbrannt. Na gut. Muss ziemlich stinken. Die ganze Stand. Ah, da müssen wir rein mal.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tirfredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of his allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Sad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tirfredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous. We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
And what of your war with Ptolemy?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Tirfredi.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Ptolemy has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are, in fact, quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Jetzt müssen wir für den einen Quacksalber, einen Scharlatan suchen, der was ein Arzt ist und der Versuche mit Leuten macht. Am Anfang muss man halt überall alles suchen. Ah.
It's blocked.
Ich höre schon, glaube ich, den Quacksalber
You'll
schon.
find all you need in our selection, whatever. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your
Das
liking?
ist der Händler.
What might I help you with?
Was hast du heute mir anzubieten? Einen Hammer. Oh, das Brettschwert schaut nichts wieder aus.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Da haben wir jetzt einen neuen... Haben wir schon auf, sehr gut.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking?
Verkauft nochmal. Braucht Gold.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Come one, come all. Citizens of Serene, come to
Da
me.
ist auch was.
You won't regret this miraculous opportunity. Your time is precious in these dark hours, but what you're about to discover could save your life.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of...
Sir de Sade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Not yet. You know, this type of mission is not really my speciality.
Oh, that's to your honor. But the commander did give the order to you. I'll be able to help you? Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what...
Need to beam! The talk of miracle of science! You won't believe your eyes. Citizens, I present to you...
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But, as I am in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But, if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I swear.
The improvement in my condition. But, if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I swear you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his card.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I will think about it.
As you wish. But don't wait long. It won't last forever.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! merchant is there. To my help! And death to the others!
Come on and fight, but coward!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Hammer, Levelaufstieg. Fertigkeit.
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by...
In fact, I've already had a word.
They're asking that we pay it.
It's just at the price.
This is inadmissible. If you agree...
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought...
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle...
Sorry, Captain, it's not...
Following orders.
Your master has apparently...
That's right. And so he must have thought that...
I'll be damned.
Sorry, Captain, it's not...
Following orders.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a... You're demanding us...
I'm not the one...
This stubborn fool is...
This is preposterous. Your master is a thief. I have no patience for bandits and robbers. Either you give us back what's ours, or we'll take it.
Your idea of diplomacy isn't all that different from my own.
To the devil with ya.
Since you leave us no choice.
The merchant's clerk isn't hearing your arguments.
And so you're back, sir. Do you have our second payment with you?
Don't count on it. We shall return.
And so you're back, sir. Do you have our second payment with you?
Don't count on it. We shall return.
Ja, früher haben halt gewisse Leute mit der solchen Krisen ziemlich viel Geld gemacht. Was heutzutage auch mit Corona nämlich so ist, dass nur gewisse Leute was verdienen. Eine Angstmacherei so hat, darf man sich halt nicht wundern.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it. And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. Could you tell me anything about Ptolemy?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Ptolemy are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
What's your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Ptolemy, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints: that heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
How is Ptolemy faring on Tier 4D?
We built a marvelous city, San Matthias, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult, disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front, without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tier 4D?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, Desade.
Keine Angst haben muss, dass man getötet wird. Oder was anderes. Na, die Rüstung. Die hätte ich auch gerne wollen. Den Helm.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Ja, Glaube. Wisst ihr, was beim Glauben das Höchste ist? Beim Glauben das Höchste ist immer der Arsch. Bückt euch einmal und schaut mal, was am höchsten ist. immer wichtig, dass man am Anfang hier in diesem Spiel keine Ressourcen verkaufen tut. Weil die braucht man nämlich, wenn man die Waffe noch verbessern will. Ja, da war ich nämlich schon. Es kommt immer vor, dass ich in solche Gebiete wiederkomme, wo ich schon einmal war. Weil ich verlaufe mich ziemlich oft in diesem Spiel. Das ist bei mir gang und gäbe. Oh, schaut euch diese Gemälde an. Die haben das Spiel nämlich so super gemacht. Vom prominenten Künstler. Das sind Spiele nämlich ziemlich super hereingebracht. Oh, schaut's das Himmelbett an. Früher in der Zeit haben gewisse Leute gut gelebt. Leider hat es damals bei den Bauern nämlich viele Leibeigene gegeben. Das heißt, da waren die Bauern nämlich wie Sklaven. War nämlich echt ziemlich arg halt. Damals. Leider gibt's viele sagen ja, es gibt keine Sklaverei mehr. Aber da kann ich euch nur sagen. Die Sklaverei, die wird sich nicht so schnell nämlich abschaffen. Bei vielen Ländern gibt's noch Sklaverei. Das vergessen die meisten, dass man auch Länder hat, wo Leute halt noch wie Vieh halt gehalten werden. Oder wenn sie das nicht machen, werden sie geschlagen oder etc. Könnt ihr euch schon denken, welche Religion ich da meine? Weil es gibt nur eine Religion, wo solche kritische Meinungen nämlich nicht toleriert wird. Aber das ist mir wurscht. Wenn so ein Mensch kann halt den Schnabel nicht halten. Und ich warne auch von solchen Religionen. haben echt nichts mit Freiheits- und Grundrechten am Hut. Die haben ihre eigenen Gesetzbildungen, ihre eigenen Gesetze und da haben halt andere Gesetze nichts verloren und Andersdenkende.
To my help, and death to the others! Stop! I beg of you!
He seems to have grown wiser all of a sudden.
Yes, yes! Don't hit me anymore!
Very well. I'm counting on you to deliver this merchandise as quickly as possible.
Yes, good sir. I'll take care of it immediately.
Ja, da haben wir wieder Sachen, was man wieder zu Gold machen kann. Sehr gut.
It's not possible just now.
Leider können wir diese Wand noch nicht sprengen. Da wieder rausgehen.
I've seen a few escapes in my time, but I never thought I'd see someone go to all this trouble to break into a prison.
Da braucht man nämlich einen Schlüssel.
To my help, and death to the others!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
ist wichtig, dass ich als Fertigkeit Schlossknacken genommen habe.
To my help! And death to the others!
Früher haben's nämlich wo Dynamit oder Sprengstoff war, haben's nämlich die Fässer rot gemacht. Oder Schießpulver. Okay, was haben wir Schönes hier?
The warehouse is off limits. Move along.
Can't you make an exception?
No. Sorry, sir. Move along, please. Now.
Very well. I'm going.
Orders haven't changed, you know. No one passes.
Very well. I'm going.
Orders haven't changed, you know. No one passing.
Very well. I'm going.
To my help, and death to the others!
Let's see if you know how to use your weapon.
Things are about to get dicey!
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sade, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Norts, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavia and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Ptolemy's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Norts. No one else may enter.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Norts master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nort from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Norts for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Could you tell me anything about our destination, the island of Tirfredi?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to it.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
In jedem Hafen gibt's ziemlich viel Geheimnisse. Oh, schaut euch dieses Segelschiff. Das waren schon ordentliche Giganten. Könnt ihr euch vorstellen, wie damals das arg gewesen sein, wie wann die am Ozean gefahren sind und da auf einmal ein Hurrikan gekommen ist. Wow. Schaut euch dieses Schiff an. 3 Master. Leider werden keine solche Boote mehr gebaut. Die haben damals nämlich viele Stämme, Hölzer und so gebraucht, weil wenn man sich die Dings anschaut, zum Beispiel Amerika, wie damals die Revolution war, haben es ziemlich viele Wälder abgeholzt mit und jetzt haben sie nämlich das Problem.
Good day,
Haben
sailor.
vergessen wieder
I've been told that you know the missing cabin
die
boy.
Bäume wieder
Is that right?
neu
Talking about
bepflanzt.
Jonas. You bet your stars I know it. But like I've been crying to the 9 death winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mess too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew.
Thank you, Lara. I need to be going.
Ja, da haben wir jetzt ziemlich viel erfahren, wo man suchen muss. Es ist echt so. Dass man die Gespräche bis zum Ende anhört, dann tut man sich in diesen Spielen nämlich ziemlich besser. Ja, jetzt müssen wir die Schönes. Ah, da ist die Werkbank, was man da verbessern kann. Dann schauen wir mal, was brauche ich da. Das jetzt, da kann man etliche Sachen einpacken. Aber da braucht man nämlich ziemlich viele Materialien. Auch bei der Pistole können wir was machen an den Griff. Natürlich kann man da ist. Kann man ziemlich viel machen. Okay, dann machen wir da Schluss. Wenn euch das Video gefallen hat, lasst einen Daumen hoch. Tut's abonnieren. Da werde ich auch etliche Videos bringen noch. Wie ich mich da schon weiterentwickelt habe. Und dieses Spiel kriegt man auch gratis bei Store Plus. Kann ich jedem empfehlen, ladet euch dieses Spiel herunter. Man kann ist nur ein Singleplayer-Spiel, braucht nicht viel Gigabyte. Und es ist nämlich gar nicht so schlecht, das Spiel. Bis zum nächsten Mal von euren Jägermeister.